What's going on, everyone? Welcome back, and we got another card show video. So this was at the Troy, Ohio card show, and let's get right into it with some of the tables. This was a 2-day show, so I was set up there, and I was there both days, buying and selling, and even did some trades too. So we'll look at some of the cases first, and then we'll go through some of the deals that we made, cards picked up, all that good stuff. The vintage, and I guess just overall selection there wasn't insane, not a ton of really high-end stuff. There was some other shows in a kind of nearby area about an hour or two away, so it wasn't the busiest ever, but not bad for a 2-day show. You can see me setting up the case here, laying out some of my different years. Tried to organize at least the raw cards by year. It kind of makes it easier for people to see what they're looking at when they're sorting through everything. And it's finally getting to the point now, which is probably a good sign, to be honest, that I'm stacking some of these cards a little bit in the cases. I basically don't have room, if I'm only doing one table, to display every card like I used to. So now I'm going to have to do at least a little bit of stacking in the cases. But here you can see lots of the good 1960 stuff I was laying out, taking a little bit of extra time for the camera. So made a pretty good amount of deals here, and even got some modern cards, which that's a story we'll unravel in a bit. But I do have a very busy schedule of shows coming up here over the course of the next month or two. So I'll just kind of list off some of the shows that I got here in the near future. Gonna try to get some videos of all of these, at least the most of them, and all the big ones. So starting off with this weekend, March 2nd, going to be in Shipshewana, Indiana. It's been a little bit since one of those shows. March 3rd is going to be in Columbus or Hilliard, Ohio. That's an amazing vintage show. And then March 8th through 10th, I'm going to be setting up in Nashville. So I'll be there all 3 days if you guys are going to the Nashville, Tennessee show. Week after that, I'm in Chicago, Illinois. So we have a lot of pretty sweet videos coming up here in the near future. Make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Helps the channel grow. How we doing?
Good, you?
Doing well.
I've got just a few here. Actually, there might be some others in here. Yeah,
So we're starting off here with a trade, and I ended up going a little bit out of my wheelhouse here. Someone brought up a whole bunch of stuff. They had a few vintage slabs and some kind of more pre-modern type slabs like Pujols, Verlander, some Trouts and stuff like that. So it was a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but not really ultra moderns. They're at least guys that I know, guys that I'm more familiar with. So I was comfortable grabbing some of these cards in trade. You guys know I mostly stick to vintage cards, but just because of how the deal works out, sometimes it's worth going a little bit out of what you usually do, at least as a dealer. And there's lots of good stuff you guys can see here in this lot. Like I said, the Verlanders and Trouts, and there's a couple ultra modern cards, not a ton. But we did actually end up making a deal for stuff. So I'll throw up here the cards I ended up getting, and I was pretty happy with the lot here. Now, the biggest cards in the lot ended up being the 2 ultra modern cards, which were the Adley Rutschman and the Anthony Volpe autograph. But I got enough stuff that I'm more familiar with in the trade that I felt pretty good about making the deals. So that was a pretty sweet kickoff to the show, a pretty big deal to get the ice broken. So that was a good start. Yeah, so it's not from the 1968 Topps set. No, it's from the Topps game set. So you see how it says like single real big? Yeah, some of the other guys will say like double or triple or home run, and it was some type of baseball game you would play with the cards. So apparently Mantle was only worth a single. Mm-hmm.
So was that? Wow, 45. Huh?
Yeah, it does have some creases in it, but if you want to take a look at it, you can. Yeah, you can grab it out of there. Yeah, that's a great set for what you can get for the prices. It's got all the good guys in it. It's got Mays, Clemente.
This is where this would be my first Mantle card.
Yeah.
And this is about my price range.
So he did actually end up buying the Mantle game card, but one of the best parts about setting up at shows when you're on the dealer side of the table is there's going to be a lot of people bringing you cards that they would like to either sell or trade. Lots of people go to the show and they don't really plan on bringing cash. They'll just bring cards that they can trade or sell, and then they'll use either the cash they got or the new cards they got and go get some new stuff. Did you have a specific cash price you were kind of looking for, or are you just kind of taking offers at the moment?
I mean, I'm hoping to get around 300 for it.
3. Now this Bryce Harper was numbered out of 10, so it was a little bit hard to find sales. I figured he was right on about $300. I figured I could probably sell it $275 to $300. I'd probably give like 2 cash, so I could probably pay about $200, especially being a modern card.
Yeah, 'cause I think probably most people are going to look at that $300 sale. They're probably going to put it at that. So we're probably going to get $275
Yep.
to.
You guys got a lot of good looking cards. Do you guys do you guys interested in, do you buy it all?
Yeah.
I brought this around. I have this. I don't know if you guys would be interested. I know there's no football over here, but
Now, I did end up closing the deal for the Dan Marino rookie too. I think it was like $10-ish. He ended up buying some and some trade. It was pretty beat up, like VG-ish condition. But then there was some other people walking up, just more trades, more deals going on. This person had mainly modern, so I was flipping through there, seeing if there was anything that caught my eye. I didn't buy a single vintage card at this show. There was really just no vintage selections, so I don't think the landlord takes that as an excuse to not pay the rent. So we got to make it happen. We got to find something here that we can make some deals on and make it worth the trip out here for the weekend. I saw a Patrick Mahomes card in here, an Anthony Volpe card, a couple of those in here. So I was able to pick some stuff out and find something we might be able to make a trade on. If I have a picture of just the stuff I got from this deal, I'll try to throw it up on there. But let's just go through all of the modern stuff I ended the weekend with. So here we go. So we're starting off with the Mike Trout. That was one of the most obvious ones, one of the ones that was easiest for me to pull the trigger on. Had a nice Mookie Betts Topps Chrome rookie in a 10, a nice Trout Bowman rookie, and just all the same type of stuff that I was talking about. An awesome Bowman's Best Albert Pujols, one of my all-time favorite cards, at least favorite non-vintage cards. I'm a big Pujols fan, so it was really cool to be able to pick that one up. I've never personally owned one of his rookies, but that was one of my favorite designs. Some other good stuff in here too, like a Steph Curry rookie. That one somehow got a 6. We'll flip through some of the other stuff I got here, and we'll get back to the show for a little bit at the end of the video. Here you can see me in this clip here. I'm actually repricing some of the stuff I just got in trade while I'm still at the show. It was pretty unbelievable. Once I made a trade for a bunch of modern stuff, I kind of had to price it right away and set it back out in the case, and people just flocked to it immediately. I mean, there was people coming up from that point on, basically was talking to someone or making deals the entire show from that point on. And that was middle of the day Saturday. This went on for about a day and a half of just nonstop deals. So I had to price them all, get them all set back out, and hopefully someone would come through later that day and make a purchase or trades, and that did happen with some of them.
Or the other cards.
I guess it may be because of the back, because the front doesn't appear to be miscut, so I think, yeah, it's just the back. The front is just pretty far OC, but not quite showing the card next to it.
What did you say your best number was?
I do 425.
Quarter. That's it. Alright, you guys mark her out, man.
All right, man. You headed out? That was it for this weekend. Don't forget to subscribe and like. It helps the channel grow, and I'll see you later.